people sang China's national anthem and paid silent tribute for 1 minute. The Chinese national flag flew at half-mast. A siren symbolizing grief bled across the Nanjing city, and the people stood still for the minute of silence. President Xi Jinping, who is also General Secretary of the CPC Central Committee and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, and other leaders of the CPC Central Committee and the central government, along with thousands of people, including survivors of the massacre, soldiers, veterans, foreign friends, and school children, attended the National Memorial Day ceremony. This is the second time Xi Jinping has attended this event. His first attendance was the first National Memorial Day in 2014. The Guard of Honor laid wreaths in front of the main memorial as solemn music played. Yu Zhengsheng, chairman of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, delivered a keynote speech.
Today, we gather here to hold a national memorial service for Nanjing Massacre victims in commemoration of the deceased and massacre and all lives that were lost during the Japanese aggression. It's a declaration that the Chinese will never forget the past and that we'll cherish peace in the future. It's a solemn declaration that peaceful development is our wish and pledge.
A declaration of peace was read out and the bell of peace sounded. Dozens of doves were also released.
This memorial hall of the victims in Nanjing Massacre by Japanese invaders stands on the site of the massacre at Jiangdong Gate. The countless number of bones found here are referred to as the mass grave of 10,000 corpses. On December 13, 1937, the Japanese invaders captured Nanjing and went on a killing spree that lasted for over a month. And the wall behind me is called the Wall of Calamity. The number 300,000 were carved on this wall to commemorate the victims and remember the history.
In 2014, China's top legislature designated December 13th as a National Memorial Day for the victims of the Nanjing Massacre. This year's ceremony marks the 4th Memorial Day and the 80th anniversary of Nanjing Massacre. Survivors and descendants of international friends said it's very significant to host this event.
I think if we do not understand and remember our history, we are doomed to repeat it. And I think it's very important.
I am so moved because the CPC and our government, as well as our General Secretary Xi Jinping, have officially recognized how my father died.
Ceremonies also took place at other mass grave sites around Nanjing to mark the anniversary. Just as many people said, the event is held not to continue the hate, but to raise people's young for peace and to build a better future. Su Yuting, CGTN, Nanjing, Jiangsu Province.